Hi, I'm Ilya from Bitskout. In this video I wanted to show you how you can extract data from utility bills that come to your Outlook, email, into your Excel. So the first thing that you need to do is find in our templates a utility bill template. Then just click on Use Template. Then here you can choose Microsoft Power Automate and press Create. The plugin is now created, there is nothing else you need to do. And now the next thing that you need to do is to create a flow in Microsoft Power Automate. Now the flow can be created by clicking Build an Automated Cloud Flow. In our example I will use Outlook Trigger, let's call it Utility Bill. So I'm gonna use a trigger called Outlook. And there is a trigger called when new email arrives. It means once a new email arrived, we will be detecting this email and triggering this flow. Next step, we need to add a get attachment because we need to get the PDF file out of an email. And this is what you need this step for. Then let's choose a message ID. Then we need to choose an attachment ID. And then the next action is Bitskout. And you need to choose an action called run plugin for a file. We don't have yet a direct action to extract data from utility bills, but it's coming. And here you need to choose utility. Here it is. And in file URL, you need to do a tricky thing called string. And then inside the brackets from dynamic content, choose content bytes and press OK. All right. So now the flow is ready, but only partially. We need to run a test. All right, so let's save it. So let's test it, and we can only do it manually. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send myself an email. Okay, so this is an email with the utility bill inside, so let's send it. Okay. So now the flow will be triggered because I have just received an email. Okay, so now we have our output ready. So now what we need is to copy this output. So just select everything and press copy, Ctrl C, and then go back to edit and add an action called part.json. Okay, that's the one. And here in the content field, you need to choose outputs from the previous step, and then in schema, press the button generate from sample and paste here everything that was in a test and press OK. What it does is just prepares a more nicer way to map the fields. And then the next action is to put it into Excel. So let's create a row. Okay, here. Now let's select an Excel file. Let's do it fast. Okay, and now select the table, and now we can map data. And so let's just take a few things. Let's say build date. Okay, utility type, and let's take total. Okay, so that's it. You can map all other fields, and let's save it. And let's run a test once again, but I want to open an Excel. So okay, I want to open the Excel where the actual data will appear. Let's see, here it is. And what we need to do is just run another test, nothing else. And we don't need to send an email once again. Let's use the same trigger. So now it will repeat with the same file. Okay, so we already have something here from previous tests, so let's see. Okay, so now it will appear. Wait, here it is. Alright, so this is the flow that you can use to map the data from utility bills into your Excel.